All right, guys. Well, hey, good morning or good afternoon or good evening whenever you're watching this video. But I'm going to take you along on a little bit of a day with my window cleaning business. I think I'm going to go hit the golf course a little bit. Ultimately, this video is just going to be about, I'm about to turn 31 in like 3 days. And I'm going to talk to you about what it's like to be a dad, husband, entrepreneur, trying to get physically healthy, stay physically healthy. And yeah, so here's the journey.
Man, I don't know. The bottom line for me is just I want to have a fun, exciting life that's progressing, that's moving forward. I just want to take as many people with me as I can.
Okay, so I have a little storage unit that I use as my warehouse, basically. But a lot of times if I just have simple jobs, I just kind of leave my stuff here at home. This business, it's got such easy overhead, you know? Basically, the only thing I have to do to prepare every morning is I usually empty my water out the day before, but empty my water out, refill it, throw it in the truck, head to my job. Really doesn't get much easier than this to prepare for a job. A little bit of Dawn dish soap. That is literally your most frequent expense in the window cleaning business, at least for me, other than softwares and things like that. All right, truck's ready to go. I'm gonna put my uniform on. All right, I'm ready to roll. Haven't worn the white shirt in a while, and I'm getting away from the white shirts because the pit stains, they stain really fast, and then the shirt kind of fades a little bit quicker. So anyway, got the white shirt on today. All right, so when I roll up to a job, I kind of know like what kind of ladders I need. I just need the step stool, grab my water bucket. I keep this bucket with my equipment on it. And like I said, I filled up everything. Everything's kind of pretty much ready to go. Put my belt on, boom. I know this client and they're remodeling the inside. And so I just spent some, about 20 minutes talking to her, catching up. But typically it takes me about 3 minutes to get out, get my stuff ready and get inside and start cleaning. So when I went from being a full-time pastor to full-time running my own business, some of the things that really helped was the fact that I'd already been doing it, okay? So if you're thinking about starting a business or leaving your job to, start a business, I'd say do whatever you can to start that business before you jump. It's gonna make it a lot easier. It's gonna be a nice little on-ramp, and you're gonna have learned the skills and some of the things you need to be able to do it well. And now for me, for you guys to get to know me a little bit better, when I first jumped, I went from a job that was pretty, public facing, being a pastor, speaking, putting on events, to this. And there was a season where it was pretty tough, because on one hand, it's like, man, you're gonna go be a janitor, right? And you've got these gifts and talents. And I realized through counseling, through talking with good friends, people around me, it was like, hey, that's not how we see you. We see the fact that you own your own business. And the truth is, this business is making me a lot more money than I would have made as a pastor, which is fine because I wasn't trying to make a lot of money as a pastor. But it was just a reminder that, hey, you can feel good about what you're doing, that you are making a living for your family, that you are doing things with excellence, and you're building something. And so you can be proud of it, you can feel excited about it. And so I did have to work pretty hard to shift my mind, to shift my perspective, to think about being excited about running my own service business. So there was 3 things that I started to focus on that really helped me start enjoying this more. Number 1, the financial piece. So my business, the last couple years, it has been a 6-figure business. Now, obviously, I've got costs to run a business, so it's not like I'm just making 100 grand, but I'm doing pretty good. And it's growing, and that's exciting. So number 1 is the income that comes from it and the potential that can come from it. Number 2, this is really important no matter where you are in life. You don't have to solve the next 30 years by the end of the week. I don't know if I'm gonna be cleaning windows for the next 10 years. I just don't know. But right now, it's got freedom, making me pretty good money, and it's just not that hard to do. So I might as well do it and enjoy it. Number 3 is the freedom, the autonomy, the gift to be in charge of my own time, no one telling me what to do. That is a huge piece. Every day, for the most part, I do exactly what I wanna do. I work out, I make videos, I clean windows, I get to lunch with friends, and today I'm about to do some fun stuff too. It's 2 o'clock. I got done with my jobs early. and I'm out here on the golf course playing with this guy, Doug. Random, never met him, but that's the type of freedom I'm learning to enjoy. Okay, and now I'm finishing up a workout, all before I gotta go pick up my kids from school. And ultimately, I guess the point that I'm trying to make from this video is A, creating videos where you get to know me a little bit, because obviously my channel, there's not very much on it and I don't have a lot of followers yet. But as we build it, I want people to be able to go back and see like, oh, hey, this is kind of part of his journey, right? Gary Vee talks about it all the time, like how cool would it be for people to be able to go back and see Jeff Bezos working in his office, 20 years ago, whatever. So in my mind, that's kind of that, whether it's just for me to be able to see the process or for you to see it. But ultimately, I guess the lesson here is this idea of balance, right? The how you balance your work and fun and family and all that. I just read a reminder that you have 3 things in your life you get to work on, and that's your family, work, and then your scene, which is like your entertainment, your friends, blah, blah, blah. You only get to work on 2 of those at a time. For me, I'm working on my work, my career, my business, and my family. There's other people are gonna sacrifice time with me, and that's just the way it is. And I'm okay with that because I'm in this season of my life of building. So for you, you've got to figure out what sacrifices are you willing to make, because ultimately you live with you. So you need to make sure hey, I want to put into this and invest in this because I want a greater return later, right? For me, I'm gonna have plenty of time hanging out with my friends, hopefully on my big boat one day. That's kind of like what I work towards, right? At the end of the day, if you're a dad, a young dad, and whether you're trying to work up in your career or grow your business or whatever, you just have to realize there are things that you have to sacrifice to get where you want to go. And so I just want to remind you that you can do it. Today, I worked on my business. I made money on the job. I went to the golf course because, I did throw out a little bit that it's my birthday week. So I was like, I can go to the golf course. I hopped on, I'm working out, and then I'm gonna go get my kids and hang out with them for a few hours before they go to bed. And then I'll hang out with my wife tonight. And so those are the things that I'm realizing as I'm enjoying more of what it's like to be an entrepreneur, to build, to give my best at something, and how to balance my time. I know where I want to invest my efforts, and it's where I want to see great returns, and eventually, I'm going to have even more freedom. That's basically it. And so, as I close, it's just like I said earlier in the video, I've gotten to this process because I've put a lot of effort into it. I got a counselor, I had the right people in my circle blowing wind in my sails. And so wherever you are in your process in life, you have to realize there's gonna be different things, right? Different categories of your life where you realize, hey, I'm gonna pour into this because I think there's a better return. I'm not a part of men's league softballs or men's league basketball, or do I play a lot of video games? I'm not against those things. I just realized those things aren't helping me get where I want to go. There's gonna be more time to do the things I wanna do. Anyway, I'm not even trying to get into that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, if you're looking at your life, you're trying to figure out how to improve, how to transform some areas of it, whether it was like me in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey or now, you have to dedicate some time to hone in, to analyze your life and figure out what is bringing the most amount of joy, most amount of peace, and what's helping you get better. If this encouraged you, let me know. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I got a small channel, and so I'm trying to get it built up. I want to get better at making good videos, explaining what the point is of each of my videos. I kind of like the vlog style, but I also want each video to kind of have a point. I want it to help you. And so, hey, in the meantime, enjoy the here while you're trying to get there.